Hey boys and girls, this is Roxors with another gameplay video. Thanks for watching my first one if you have. I'm still trying to experiment with what app to use to record. So I'm using YouTube Gaming on this one, so we'll see how it goes. If you watched my first video, I played a Chaos Archaon deck geared toward opponent and self-removal, and I didn't really get to showcase all of what it could do, so let's head into another game and take it for a spin. And this thing is still extremely loud, so boom boom, there we go. Alright, still got a lot of people online, about 600 people. Let's play this one right here. Again, another shout out to Fallen Angel for letting me play and record my first video. Alright, Death. So, Death is interesting. I've been seeing a lot of the Ghoul King ability spam deck, which is kind of just a race of damage for us. If there's any questions about setup, at least for this deck specifically, alright, well, there's one Mordant guy. Okay. I'm looking pretty much to get all three of my warriors, and I consider Archaon a warrior, across from each other. I try to hide the wizard in the corner. There's nothing relevant that they need to be in range of, like Gaze of Corn, which is yourself and both sides of you. So I don't really worry about that stuff much. I want the warriors next to each other because all of my removal effects are obviously next door. So they kind of play off of each other. Yeah, alright. I'd probably say 80% of the Ghoul or Death decks I see are some variant of Ghoul King ability shenanigans. I have Archaon across from Ghoul King. Ghoul King typically doesn't play a lot of dudes, so I don't exactly know how much I want to remove. So the way we play against the Ghoul King is threats. So I spend less time kind of building up my hand and more or less try to get them to use their actions to deal with my threats and not just spam me with damaging abilities. So that's kind of what I'm looking to do. I'm not going to play this guy right here, Rampaging Blood Reavers, because I do have Rejoice and Slaughter in my hand. So I kind of want like a Bloodletter or some... that's not bad. Or something I can just... remove to kind of get some card advantage. Alright. So, what I talked about in the first video is the need to pay attention to your quests, obviously, but your opponent's quests. You know, obviously, this guy, they want to rotate so that, they want to rotate so that they can complete their heal quest, and then all the way to the 2 on it to get their damage quest. So that's kind of like what we know is going to happen there. So what I will do is I'll play into this. I'm not going to stop necessarily the one heal, but we're going to try to get rid of that damage. I'm going to draw now. Alright, that's good. Because what I want to do is I want to get this first part of Archaon's quest done so that he can then use Gift of Change for the second part. Efficiency is big. Efficiency is big. You can't be using actions and not progressing your quests if your opponent is doing the same. At whim, I guess he can pop that thing off. Alright, yep. And it's okay to remove things like that. You want him to be using Devourers on your spells. I mean... I would say maybe 20% of the time I actually get an Arcane Bolt off. but it also means that I'm not losing anything. So we're going to play this. Technically, we still have a turn until his damage comes. So I could set up for next turn, and I'll kind of show you guys what I'm doing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to draw a card, because this might change. Alright, that doesn't necessarily change anything. But I'll kind of show you what this deck is trying to do and how it's trying to get ahead. It took me a long time to kind of figure out how to best use Archaon, but I'm pretty settled on this version, and it's gone everywhere. It was self-damage, pain-induced fury build, and then hurting myself hurt too much, so then I went more of like a healing route. Alright, cool. So he's content with trying to get this guy to his last corner to do some damage, but we're not going to let him do that. And what we're going to do is try to get some value in it. So, Rejoice and Slaughter. Anytime, I'll let you guys read it. When a highlighted ally removes a unit, draw 2 cards. And it's any unit. So, yourself, your opponent, whatever. Oh, I kind of messed up, because I meant to do this last turn. And that's why. I got a lot of stuff going on right now, so you're gonna have to bear with me. But what we're gonna do is try to grab a demon, and we will go. Originally, I meant to pull this guy so that I can remove him before he does his damage, but mistakes were made. We still got some value from the drawing. The good thing I will say about playing against Death is that obviously some of their blessings are pretty good, but I feel like they're not back-breaking. If anything, they kind of just prolong the game. You know, like making your guys dormant, Orb of Invulnerability or Immortality or something like that does something. Alright, so we got some dudes. So this is great, because this gets to do what we kind of want to do anyway. So what we're going to do now is we're going to jump in front of this guy and steal it. Which draws us another 2 cards. So, the thing about using 2 actions in a turn is that you use 2 actions in a turn and you don't draw any cards. As you can see, I used 2 actions in a turn, and now I have 6 cards in my hand. So I haven't lost any sort of gas, and I'm progressing my board state. You'll hear me say that a lot, but that is very important, is to dictate your opponent's moves by making your own moves. Alright, that's good. So we're not going to let him get value on the Vargeist by drawing 2 cards, because that's what he wants to do with only 3 cards in his hands. And this is also going to progress our quest, which again is very important. So peace out to that thing. And then checking my discard to see if I have any demons in here, which I do not, because that would be a good play for a summon demon. So I have a couple options. I can play this guy to remove this guy, who's dormant, but I'm not really worried about that. I'm not really worried about the dormant effects. I really want to get some damage going. So we're going to throw another threat out here, which is going to, again, progress my quest. Best case scenario, really, is that he removes it again, because that's fine, and then I play my Summon Demon and finish off his quest. So that's kind of what we're going for. Alright, he hit me with his Blessing. We'll put that guy back, because we can always find him. Alright, so the Mordant guy will cycle off very shortly. Alright, so now we've got some choices. So I assume he'll play back onto his Ghoul King because to progress that quest. You know what? I think it's a good opportunity. Again, I only have the one demon. So I think I'm just going to draw 2 here. Alright, that's good. As soon as that dormant effect, and again, he's not doing a ton of damage to me. And if he does play something in front of his Ghoul King, I just drew 2 more cards, you know? Sure, that's fine. We don't need 2 of these. At least not right now. Alright. More heals for him. I'll take him down a notch. And that. So, alright. So now we're going to do some things. So, we're going to play this guy, which is going to remove the now exhausted... oh, no it's not. At least not right now it's not. Demon is what the point was. So... I'm going to try to progress this quest on the end. Again, I'm kind of hoping that he removes something, but I also have Summon Demon next turn. Okay, he got a couple card draw. Yeah, he's got a good hand. Or a good grip, I should say. Okay. Pretty good damage. So I'm going to put back this. I'm going to put back this guy because I've got one in my graveyard, or discard, whatever you want to call it. Old habits die hard. All right, those guys are good because they do pump out some damage. All right, he's got another action. I really want to get the last quest off on the corner with my mage. I can always heroic, obviously dealing myself some damage, to get back a demon to put on Archaon to finish his quest. So we'll see what we pull with this. Yep. Doing my self-damage isn't ideal right now. Alright. So, pain trains are coming. So if he doesn't have any removal, we're going to do some hurt next turn. Now, we know we're going to take 2 damage, and he's going to draw a couple. So, if he draws 2, we'll just assume he pulls a Devour. And that's fine. But I want to set up... Instead of drawing a card, granted I'm dealing myself some damage, instead of drawing a card, I want to set up my turn. And I'm just going to grab this because it's not going to deal me any damage. But that way we'll get off our last quest on Archaon. Best case scenario, it's something like, what is it, Total Carnage, I think it's called. 4 damage, remove everybody in front of it, Shotgun Blast. Because then that will get beefed up by Unrivaled Battle Lust, which is pretty bonker ability. Also, we're going to pull the other guy anyway, because if he doesn't remove it, Summon Demon will go off too, which does damage. A lot of people don't realize that, you know, it's 1 damage, and now it's going to go 4 damage. So that's something. He knows he has to remove. All right, well, he doesn't have it. That's fine. He's going to at least make dormant whatever's in front of the wizard. But he has no way of rotating that now. Alright, Frightful Strike. Yep. Alright. Did it just try to get it off? I'm at 6 health. So he's got me low. Hurt myself. Here comes some damage. Look out. Alright. Now... Now we have options. I'm going to use the one in my hand because this is immediate damage. And if I was smart, I would do the math and, you know, figure out if it was worth it. But this is instantly 4. And there's another 9. And that's the game. So, yeah. That's what it can do. And to be honest, when we pull a blessing, it kind of dictates how the rest of our deck goes. Bathe in Blood, which when you remove something you heal 2, just gives me staying power to get more blessings out. You saw that one. You got Chaos Runeblade, which is just straight up damage. But yeah, so we got to showcase a couple things that we were doing with that deck. Removal synergies. The demons, both summoning them, Gift of Change, which I don't remember if I actually played one. But yeah, we got the win against a pretty aggressive deck. You know, got me down to 5 life. If it was more of a self-damage chaos deck, I probably would have died. But some of those, you know, choosing some of those things, you really gotta put some thought into it. You know, originally I played the Summon Demon thinking I was gonna grab the Screamer out of the graveyard, but the Screamer's first circle is an X, so I wouldn't have done any damage that turn. And then it would have been dormant from the Mordant guy across from me. So, you know, you really have to kind of set yourself up. But thanks for watching, everybody. Again, this is my second video. Hopefully this one works out a little bit better, maybe better quality. You know, please be patient. And if you guys want to see some more videos, or if you have any special requests, I do have multiple decks of all of the alliances. So if you want to see something specific, let me know. As always, thanks for watching. And rock swords your box swords.